understand what we have come here to do. The beast is no more! Show me! Give you what you say, no? I can do. Let the feast begin! They've taken our women, they've taken our fun, they've taken our pride.
What are you doing here? Really?
I'm gonna ask you the same. What are we doing here?
It looks like visionary filmmaker Niyi Akinmolayan has finally outdone himself with Colors of Fire. His Wakanda-ish movie. I say Wakanda-ish because, of course, you can see the high concept this is mirroring. And while, of course, there are no full sci-fi elements, replace that actually with supernatural elements, which are very much prevalent here. It just has that high concept, you know, and I felt like Wakanda is the best thing I could compare it to. High standards. It is high praise nonetheless. And this film looks very much like it cost an arm and a leg, at least, because if I had to actually judge, I'd say it cost about 10 or 100 arms and legs. It looks visually stunning. The colors that pop literally in the title says it all. It is Colors of Fire, and colors are very, very, very much characters in this film. We see it across the many characters that are on screen and the very many visual elements that pop everywhere, in every frame, in every breath. Let's take a closer look at the trailer, the characters, the actors, and see if there are one or two things that we can infer from this teaser trailer ahead of its release date coming Christmas Eve 2025. When the trailer opens, it starts with this shot of a city on a hill. And I think this establishing shot is one of the early things that gave me the idea to compare this to Wakanda. Of course, like I said already, they are not the same, but you get the gist. When we zoom into this arena, we see a palace. We can't exactly make out the faces of the people here, but I guess that is Ibrahim Chatta's character seated on the floor, because afterwards, when we see him appear in the trailer again, it sort of corresponds. If I had to guess, I'd say the person behind is Femi Branch's character, who more or less is the king, so to speak. As the trailer proceeds, we see even more. Ibrahim Chatta is playing an old man, perhaps one of those type-wise characters that gives advice to the young, hot-blooded people. We see Gabriel Afolayan's character. He is a challenger to the character played by Uzor Arukwe. From the little we know of this project, we know Uzor Arukwe is playing the leading man alongside Osas Ighodaro's character, who is the leading lady. Uzor Arukwe looks like he's one of those strong warrior type characters who has the world at his feet. He yells in this one scene when he walks into the throne room that the beast is dead, and I can tell you for a fact that at this point in the trailer, I thought that it was a metaphorical beast, only for us to later see the shot of the beast. I mean, not the best of CGI, but great ambition and well saluted. You see Gabriel and Uzor's character dwell, and if I had to guess, I'd say there'll be some sort of love triangle, yeah, where Osas's character is caught in the middle. But like a large chunk of the trailer plays out, Osas and Uzor's character look like they belong in the arms of each other, because yeah, we see a lot that just infers that. Or Gabriel, if that actually ends up being the case. But like a teaser trailer, it's just teases here and there, not enough to make heads and tail of what the story arc looks like. We see enough to know that Uzor is a man of the people, and he has to win the heart of this fine girl who plays hard to get. But of course, we know eventually she would fall for him. Then there is Aigbe's character, who looks stunning as ever. She's a phenomenal looking actress, and her character wields something that looks like magic. Yes, once again, not the best looking CGI, but an ambitious one. There is something about how this entire trailer, the world of this movie looks very dreamy. And I think it might be on purpose. And while I'm saying not the best looking CGI, it is very subjective. Because if the CGI is meant to look dreamy and sort of out of place, then it means that it works for the world. And so I am still 50-50 on it. Things like how the beast looked, of course, I don't think there's anything 50-50 there. Of course, it's not the best possible looking one. It could be better, but I think it works for the most part. There is something about how this entire world feels very buttery, very dreamy, and if any character conveys that aura the most, it is Mercy Aigbe's character. In almost every shot she appears in, it feels very, very dreamy. In this one shot where she manifests her powers against the two white men, yeah, the two white men who pointed guns at her, she's laughing and she gives that vibe of Wicked Witch of the West, which is nice to see. In this other shot, she's with Osas' character, who is on her knees, and we can already tell there's a power play dynamic at work here. It just remains to be seen how it will be fleshed out. Mercy's character looks set to give these guys a run for their money. In this one shot, we see Uzor. I think, yes, that's most likely Uzor's character on his knees, and oh my gosh, Colors of Fire looks very exciting. There is enough for you to wonder and ponder, and just really look forward to seeing this film when it arrives cinemas Christmas Eve. For those who might not know, Christmas Eve is the 24th of December. So yeah, let me know, will you be going to the cinemas a day to Christmas Day to go see what Niyi has cooked? Or will you want to pass this one? I don't think it should be passed. If for any reason you are a cinema head, which most people usually are around the festive season, I think this one looks exciting enough to make it to your watch list. But let me know in the comments what you think. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.